What is up, and welcome, guys. Welcome to November 20th edition of the 2K eras, the My NBA eras, as we are going to bring to you more action, more simulations, more of the numbers right now. We got the Hawks and the Bulls. The Hawks are one of the worst teams in the league. Not really much going on. They're trying. They got Josh Smith. They got Capono. They got Karolinko, Wagner, and Bogut and Gordon and Villanueva, but it's not working for them right now. This season has not started off the way they wanted to. They're definitely not a contender. They're trying to see what the hell the problem is because they can't seem to put it together. But the Bulls, on the other hand, this year trying to make a middle of the push in the playoffs with D Wade finally coming out of his shell this month and this year. You got Luol Deng, you got Fighters still kicking it strong. You got a team right here that could possibly make a deep playoff push. Last year they were trying to just get in the playoffs, and this year they're trying to make a push into the playoffs. I think they're maybe one star away from it. Maybe they can get in the Carmelo sweepstake. Maybe they can get in somebody's sweepstake and try to get that into it. D-Wade definitely liking this team a little bit better. Loving to see Luol Deng stepping up 9-4. Great start for them. The defending champions against the Phoenix Suns. The champs, look at them. They're still looking good, even without Carlos Boozer and Stephon Marbury, who's injured right now. But in the fourth quarter, the Suns making this a challenge, making this a battle. We're going to step into this one. Always got to switch up the sides because it always has me in the games. So here we go. There is only about 2 minutes left. It's a 2-point game. Let's take a look at this and enjoy it. And in this game here, the Suns able to beat the defending champions, make a comeback win here. And Phoenix always does really great in the regular season, and then the postseason comes around, they disappear. ISO Joe and his squad taking on Elton Brand, Caron Butler, and Eddie Jones. And, you know, you needed that extra option. You needed Dwight Howard to probably step it up tonight. Dwight should have stepped it up, but it didn't happen here tonight. He was 5 for 13. And he's trying his best, but you got Hakeem Warwick off the bench. You got some guys off the bench who try to come in and help out, but end of the day, it didn't work out the way they wanted it to work out. And unfortunately, this is what the Suns look like now. The Suns got some productivity from where they needed it. The bench was giving them Joe Smith, who they picked up this year, Jelani McCoy, some different names got them the win here, and they took care of that. McCoy with 15 points, 6 rebounds, but Joe Johnson, Amar'e Stoudemire, and Sean Marion, the big three of the Suns, doing what they needed to do. Remember, they took an option and said, we're going to pay Sean Marion, we're going to pay Joe Johnson, forget the point guard position. We got a center in Alonzo Mourning. We're going to go with that. Zoe comes in and takes down Miami. And now the Mavericks and the Hornets. The Hornets trying to figure out their identity. There's a couple of aging veterans, while the Mavericks have started off great with Jason Kidd, Dirk Nowitzki. This year they're turning it around right now, but the Hornets always a threat. You never know which Hornets you're gonna get. You're gonna get the good Hornets or the bad Hornets. It's like, you know, Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde kind of situation. That's what it is. But the win here goes to the Mavericks. They win by 14 points. Baron Davis, though, 22 points. Chandler, 16 and 15. So they have a good future there with Baron Davis and Tyson Chandler. And Glenn Robertson coming off the bench, coming off to get some points. While the Mavericks got Michael Finley tonight pulling up. I mean, his points per game has been down this year, but he produced there. Ray LaFrance, wow, okay, putting up some points. And then you got Kid, Van Axel, Nowitzki with only 4 for 10, but the team still wins by 14 points. That's a great sign to see it. And now the Cavs and the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers started off hot, but ever since Chris Paul got injured, they've kind of slowing it down. But the Cavaliers trying to be a team that sneaks into the playoffs and does some damage. Who knows? And right now in the fourth quarter, it's over. The Cavs are going to beat the Trailblazers by 9. Trailblazers were hoping for more outage of Carlos Boozer, and Chris Paul came back for this game. Good for him. But TJ Ford on the other side for the Cavaliers says, there we go, I'm going to lead the way here. Josh Howard, TJ Ford, and Steven Jackson with El Gasquez right there as well. So again, I think they can sneak in. They're 5-8, so it's not done yet. But it's going to take it's still barely in November. We're still barely in November. The Wizards still trying to get their chemistry together against the Kings, a former champion, a team whose window might be closing up this year. We don't know yet, but the Wizards making sure of it. Look at the Wizards and a good lead over the Kings in this game here. And yeah, this game's going to end not well for the Kings, as getting blown off by almost 30 points is going to make you question some things, especially at a record of 500 right now. But there's Michael Redd with 31, Stackhouse 21, taking a little bit of a back seat. He had a lot of free throws, though. Look at that, 15 free throws, 17 attempts, Jesus. And on the other side, you got Bibby carrying the weight for the Kings. Peja, Ron Artest, Chris Webber, Bobby Jackson. Still a good squad here for the Kings. They're going to hope to see where they're at by January, February, to see if they're going to have to do trade windows or say, fuck it, we're going for one last shot and we're going to try to do whatever we can. And this is the last game of the day for the 20th, and we're going to go to the 21st. There's 3 games on the 21st. Let's try out a couple of these games and see how it goes for us. The Clippers and the Rockets. 2 teams that could be in the playoffs in the Western Conference if they play their cards right. I think the Clippers are one of the better teams in the West this year. Here we go. It's the Clippers and the Clippers closing it out. We're going to jump into this game. Maybe we will. It's only 34 seconds. I don't think they're going to make that comeback, though, because the Clippers have the ball here. So the Clippers are probably going to get fouled here, and the Rockets will have to cause that foul. And even if you miss the 2 free throws, you're still up by 4. I don't know, man. Let's see what happens. Gilbert Arenas stepping up to take the free throws here. He makes these 2. This game's pretty much over. And there it is, Gilbert making that. Now it's a 5-point game. So now you need a 3-point shot and a 2-point shot, or even 2 threes to win the game. And Gilbert's going to make this. Look at this field goal. 44, 23 points, 4 rebounds. Gilbert's going to make it. This is one of the reasons why the Clippers are one of the best teams in the West, because of Gilbert Arenas and Kenyon Martin together. Clippers were able to use the LA market and brought Gilbert Arenas in, brought in Martin as well. And now Coutinho Mobley, you take a three, man. Take a three. Get that block right. Shoot that three. Oh, gonna give it to Yao. Yao with the slamadama, but it don't matter because you're still down by 4. So even a free throw here, it's gonna close it down. Back to Arenas again, and the Rockets are saying, well, if you can miss a free throw, you never know. You got to make these shots. And Gilbert Arenas takes that shot, and again says, you really want me to make these for you? And yeah, we're gonna just go skip the rest of it. We know the Clippers are winning this game, so the Clippers will take this W. Arenas and Jefferson. Al Jefferson has been a treat for the Clippers to pick him up, and he's been doing a great job for them. They got Jalen Rose, I think Kurt Thomas, Mike Miller. They've got a good bench as well too with their star players. And Kenyon didn't even have to play all out tonight. Meanwhile, the Rockets aren't that bad. I think they're just missing a second huge superstar, but Tim Thomas has been having great games. John Salmons, even Juwan Howard. You have a good team here. I think you just need a second superstar, and you might have to make some moves in order for that to occur. All right, now Nuggets and Pistons. The Pistons, one of the best teams in the league for the last several years. I doubt that they're going to lose this game against the Nuggets, who are a young team with a young, good player, young, good cores. But the Pistons are in the now. They're in the now. They want to win titles. Nene coming back to Denver and putting 25 on them. Rasheed Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups. Again, that's a tough team to beat. And we'll see how they get when they get in the playoffs. Usually that's the problem for them. They start having issues in the playoffs. And sucks for them, man. It sucks for them. But now the Nuggets look pretty good too on their squad. Now the Wizards and Bobcats. This will be probably the closing game of this video. The Bobcats, who and this is their second year, got a couple of draft picks, cleared out some stuff, went and signed Tayshaun Prince, who's injured right now. But this game's not their game, as the Wizards will make them pay for this. The Wizards getting a huge win, and Michael Red's probably finding now. He's finding it now. Oh, Kareem Rush with 21. That's a pleasant surprise. And yeah, the Wizards are finding it out. Michael Redd is finding it. And again, like I said, it's barely November. We still got December, January, February, March, April. We still got several more months of the NBA and seeing the moves and changes that will happen here in this league. If you guys like this, leave a like. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. And I'm out of here.